Welcome, NOSSCAR race fans. It is a big night here for the 2020 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series drivers. Tonight, we crown a 2020 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series champion. You're watching the Orange Bomber, driver of the number 67 Dirt Late model. He won the very last regular season race of the season, and now here you see him at the Las Vegas dirt track. He's leading. He's got NASCAR Oof in second, right behind him, and Haha Got Ya in the 00 running in third. Gen 50 runs in fourth, and it's a whole big heap of cars there just behind them, followed closely by Trashworks and Intel and K-Taddy in the 30. I'm Timac 11, 2020 NOSSCAR Legend Series champion. Sit back and relax, grab a cold one. You're watching the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series race at the Las Vegas dirt track. It is championship night, folks. Tonight we do it. We crown the 2020 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series champion. You're looking at one of the favorites, if not the favorite, to win it all, folks. 6 wins this season, 12 top 5 finishes, 12 top 10s in the 13 races so far. And that is the Orange Bomber. Problems for the 67. The 55 was spun there. There was nowhere to go for the Orange Bomber. K-Taddy and a whole group of others got involved, and that's going to put the Orange Bomber back to the 5th position as of right now. That changes the complexion of this race completely. That gives the lead to Gen 50, I believe there. Gen 50, the driver of the number 66, now out front and leading the race. There you see him. Oh, there's traffic all over this racetrack. Bowman Nation, Crazy Legs, they just got into it there up towards the outside wall, that was. And that was coming out of 3 and 4. It's NASCAR Oof in the number 2 running in second. It's Haha Got Ya, rather, in the 00 running in second. NASCAR Oof running in third. Still a long ways to go in this one. And the caution has come out. Caution number 1 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Trying to get a better understanding of the running order for you. It's actually Haha Got Ya running in the lead with NASCAR Oof in second, Intel in third, and the Orange Bomber running in fourth, K-Taddy in fifth. Tanner Swally in 6th, Shadow in 7th, Gen 50 in 8th, Bowman Nation rounding out the top 9, and they are the ones on the lead lap, folks. Trashworks in the 89 will get the free pass. He runs in the 10th position. 12 cars on the track today, folks. We'll have 10 on the lead lap when we go back racing. Almost everybody choosing to make a pit stop in this one. 100 laps, folks, and with no stages, they don't know when they're going to make their last pit stop. Fuel and tire wear being at ×2. It's not too bad for these guys, but they might want to take advantage when they can. Green flag back in the air. You're watching the playoffs, folks. 2020 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series playoffs right here on NASCAR Heat 4. 3 wide through 3 and 4. 4 wide. Bowman Nation in the 4 car went for a spin, and we're watching the battle for the lead. It's Haha Got Ya. It's Tyler Wagner out front. He is a playoff driver and one to keep your eye on. NASCAR Oof is in second. Orange Bomber in the 67, the pole sitter. He's also run the quickest lap time of the race so far. He has made his way back into the 3rd position. Gen 50 in 4th. Intel slipped a little bit high there in that last turn. He's now back to 5th in the 85 machine. Orange Bomber challenging for second. He goes to the outside of NASCAR Oof in the 2. These two have raced each other all season long, both of them full-time schedules in 2020 NOSSCAR Dirt. And running second and third right now, Oof gave way a little bit. The Orange Bomber's going to take P2 for now. Oof looks back to the inside. Gen 50 in the 66 is still right there with these guys as well. 4 cars have spread out from the rest of the field, and it's Intel in the 85 leading the second pack of cars. Great action all over this racetrack. Got Ya is doing everything he can to stay stay out front and stay your race leader. They're coming up from Rockin' Lunatic in the 28. They're going to go around him safely to put him another lap down. Lunatic just out here to log some laps and have some fun. And got a little bit loose there through 1 and 2. He saves it and hangs on to it. 3 wide for a moment for the race lead. Orange Bomber in the middle, and Gen 50 looked all the way down low. Gen 50 backed off, and Orange Bomber did not. Still side by side for your race lead and for the championship, folks. First of 3 playoff races, all of which will be hosted tonight. Orange Bomber in the 67, Haha got ya in the 00, Gen 50 in the 66. There might have been a little bit of contact there. And when there's a championship on the line, these boys have at it. And NASCAR Oof in the 2 car, that red car there was some contact between B and Gatya in the 00. That was for 3rd and 4th. But give the lead back, folks, to the pole sitter, the Orange Bomber. There you see him, a little bit of front end damage to that car. Don't see that on that car very much this season. A little bit here and there. I think we saw it most at Jefferson. Many drivers had their issues there. And that's where NASCAR Oof was able to find victory lane. First win for his NASCAR Dirt Touring Series career. He won the 2nd of the 2 Jefferson races this season. Of course, Bad Moon Rising winning the first one of the 2, becoming the first female driver to win a NASCAR Dirt Touring Series race. So history has been made here this season. Youngest winner ever and first female dirt winner ever. And we have a big problem over there in turns 1 and 2. NASCAR Oof, Haha got ya in the 00, and there was one other car involved. Looked like Crazy Legs in the 55 machine. 3-car wreck over there, and that's going to put Gatya and Oof back a whole number of positions. And now the leader is the next car behind them. Man, chaos all over this little dirt track. And Crazy Legs having a connection issue there. I thought he was parked there on the racetrack. Thank goodness he wasn't. And scrolling through the field a little bit more, Intel, K-Taddy there having a good battle inside the top 5. Intel in the 85 is a playoff driver, very much a threat for this championship. K-Taddy, he's got a win this season, but he's not a playoff driver running a part-time schedule. So K-Taddy in that pink number 30 dirt late model coming out here, trying to park it in victory lane. Not necessarily points racing, though he's not looking to put it in the wall either. Crazy Legs has pulled off the racetrack. His day is done here at the Las Vegas dirt track for the Roulette 50, and he will finish in the 12th position. 11 cars left on the racetrack. The Orange Bomber still leading the way. Gen 50 runs in 2nd. And it's Trash Works in the 89 running in 3rd. Intel running in 4th. K-Taddy rounding out the top 5. Having a good run there in the number 30. Keep an eye on him. First race back in 2 weeks. Gatya just went a lap down to your race leader, and that's how quickly things can change here in the NASCAR Dirt Touring Series. You can go from battling for the win and having a good shot and good start to the playoffs and your hopes for the championship to going a lap down to the Orange Bomber. That's how quick it can all turn around here. Still a lot of laps left in this one, though. We're approaching the halfway mark for the Roulette 50 here at the Las Vegas dirt track, coming up on completing 50 laps in this one. The leader has completed 47. He's clicking them off quickly, running anywhere from 14.6 to 15-second lap times here, depending on the lap traffic and difficulty that he's dealing with out there on the track. It's a very short track, very flat track, and there's only a couple of grooves that you can really use to get good speed, so it's a challenge. Gen 50 was able to clear Gatya. Not a battle for position. Gaia is now one lap down to the race leader, the Orange Bomber, but now Gen 50, who runs in second, has cleared the 00 machine and sets his sights, hopefully anyways, for him on Orange Bomber. Orange Bomber trying to reel in his 7th win of the season, folks. He's already got 6, and he's doing really good here and on his way to perhaps getting another one. NASCAR Oof started in the 2nd position for this race and had high hopes coming into this one. 3rd seed driver when it comes to the playoff point standings. He's got a lot of front end damage, but he's still on the lead lap, still inside the top 8, and soldiering on, trying to get every point that he can. Tanner Swally in the 8 is 1 lap down to your race leader. Bowman Nation in the 4 is 1 lap down to your race leader. NASCAR Oof trying not to be the next one. Shadow in the 11 has 1 lap down. Haha, got you in the 00, a lap down as well. So every point counts here, and these drivers doing everything that they can to get as many of those. Well, the battle for 3rd and 4th has calmed down just a little bit now, and sorry, folks, the battle for 3rd is calming down just a little bit, but the top 2 starting to get a little bit closer together. I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks on me or not, but I think that Gen 50 is starting to gain a little bit of ground on the Orange Bomber, and it's going to be an interesting battle for the lead. They know each other really well off the track. Of course, they are family. They are part of the Lamb family. They race a lot here in the dirt modifieds on the NASCAR Heat video games. They've been known for it. They've completed 62 laps, and the leader is coming up on NASCAR Oof, who is scored in the 7th position. Last car on the lead lap right now. 11 cars still left on the racetrack. There's Gen 50 in the 66 machine. He runs in 2nd. There's Trashworks in the 89 running in 3rd. Intel runs in 4th. K-Taddy rounding out the top 5. Side by side, close quarter action there. K-Taddy, Tanner Swally. That was really close. Intel right in front of them. See, K-Taddy's trying to stay with Intel because that's the battle for the 4th position. Tanner doing everything he can to just log laps, keep a good pace. He's currently scored in the, I believe it's the 9th position right now. Excuse me, it's the 8th position. Haha Gatya has actually been able to take back the position from NASCAR Oof, and that's where I was getting a little bit confused. They put a lap on Shadow again in the number 11. They're coming up as well on Bowman Nation in the 4. There you see him. There's a lot of cars just in front of your race leader trying not to go 1 lap down, and Some of them have some good speed and have been showing good speed all day long and all day yesterday in the practice sessions, so this is going to be very interesting. Orange Bomber's going to have to be a little bit careful through here. And problems for Intel. I don't think that that was a connection issue. I think that he truly overdrove the car and went up there and pounded that outside wall a ton. And he's lost the 4th position to K Taddy in the 30. And Intel now back into the 5th position. Still having a good race, but he's got a whole lot of front-end damage that he's going to have to work with and cope with until the end of this race. We've only had one caution. It came back within the first 20 laps. They've now completed 73 of the 100 laps. We're coming in on the final laps of the race. So now NASCAR Oof and Haha Gaia both surrendered a lap to the race leader. And Gen 50 now having to work his way around those two if he wants to challenge Orange Bomber for the race lead. See if we can check in on Gen 50, see if we can find him. There he is. I was going to say not a mark on that car, but a little bit of a scrape on the left side. Other than that, I don't think there really is any major damage to the 66. Pretty much a clean race for him. He's been running inside the top 5 since the start of this one. He was able to avoid the big, huge, chaotic crash that we saw just moments before the one and only caution in this race, and since then he's been able to rally back up there. He led a few laps in this one, right now running in 2nd, but his hopes of running down Orange Bomber are dwindling a little bit here. They've just completed lap 80. So we now have 20 laps to go here at the Las Vegas dirt track. Trash Works still runs in the 3rd position. He's gaining a little bit of ground as of right now on Gen 50, but I think the traffic is playing a bit of a factor in that one. Here's K Taddy in the 30 running in 4th. And a little bit further is Intel in the 85 machine running in 5th. They're all chasing the Orange Bomber. And Rockin' Lunatic has pulled off the racetrack. He will finish in the 11th position. And it looks like his day is done here at the Las Vegas dirt track. Next car in line to go one lap down is Intel in the number 85. He runs in the 5th position. And he's about a half a straightaway in front of the number 67. I don't know if the 67's going to take it easy on him or not. Everyone at home's got to keep in mind Intel, the driver of the 85, the son of the Orange Bomber in the number 67. I don't know if there's going to be any father-son love in this one, because if he lifts a little bit and Gen 50 starts to reel him in, I don't know, he's got to go here. 15 laps to go in the Las Vegas dirt track event here, the Roulette 50, and it's the first of 3 playoff races of the night. Tonight we crown a 2020 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series champion. 10 drivers made the playoffs. All drivers were brought close together in the point standings. Of course, some of the drivers towards the top of the regular season final standings started with more points than some of the other drivers in terms of playoff points. But there was no playoff points earned for wins. There was no playoff points earned for stages. It came down to your spot in the final standings in the regular season championship. I kind of set the story here and set the tone for where all these drivers are for the 3-race playoff system. 10 laps to go here at Las Vegas. getting close there. Tanner Swally in the 8, and that's got you in the 00. K-Taddy in the 30. They're all on different laps, folks. K-Taddy on the lead lap. Tanner is, I believe, 2 laps down. Got you 1 lap down. And whoa, there might have been some contact there, folks. Tanner might have even had a connection issue. I'm not too sure exactly. And Tanner got a little bit loose. And it happened right in front of Gatya in that 00. The green and black dirt late model, he had to take a little bit of evasive action there. The leader's in a little bit of lap traffic. He's coming up to the back of Shadow in the number 11. And he's all over Intel in the number 85. This is all with 5 laps to go here at Las Vegas. The Orange Bomber has been smooth as silk. Looking for his 7th win of the season. Qualified first, led the most laps. See, it got a little bit crazy for him in this one. We saw the one crazy crash, and then we saw the caution come out just afterwards. But without that caution, we don't know if the Orange Bomber was going to recover all the way back up to the lead or not. He had a whole bunch of front-end damage, and that caution coming out really saved him. Not only did it catch him back up to the leaders who had already put about half a track on him, but it also allowed him to repair all that severe damage that he had to the front end of that dirt late model and continue on. Now 2 laps to go, folks, and he's closing in on his 7th win of the season, and it would be a perfect start for him and his team to the playoffs. White flag is in the air, no challengers in sight for the Orange Bomber. Gen 50 runs in second, about a half a straightaway behind the driver of the 67. Post-race interviews coming up, folks, and you will be hearing from the Orange Bomber. He wins the Roulette 50 here at the Las Vegas Dirt Track. NASCAR Heat 4. Gen 50 will wheel it home in the 2nd position. Great job by him. And it's Trash Works bringing it home in 3rd. K-Taddy finishing in 4th, and Intel rounding out the top 5 in that number 85 machine. Hats off to the Orange Bomber. Another one, a great race for the driver of the 67. Rockin' Lunatic coming back onto the racetrack to congratulate the Orange Bomber on his win. Post-race interviews coming up, folks. And let's get the party started, folks. Post-race interviews, beginning with the driver finishing in 3rd, and that would be the driver of the number 89 dirt late model, Trash Works. Another solid race for you tonight, another podium finish. The ball rolling for you here so far, and it's championship night. The feel is there, the atmosphere is there. All these drivers want to do something great and get those finishes. So far, you're off to a great start. How were you able to wheel it to a 3rd place finish?
Honestly, there's a little rumble behind me, and everybody got tangled up, and I just we all, top 3, kind of just pulled away. And lap traffic kept on, it was a big factor, so I'm just thankful I got some clean air yet again.
Yeah, after that caution, everybody was able to kind of get lined up and kind of like a reset, a restart for everybody, of course, and that's exactly what we saw. It was a wild one. You broke away with good track position. You were able to hold on to it, How was the car feeling as the tires got older? A lot of these drivers looked like they were changing their lineup a lot as the run went along.
Honestly, it was getting more tacky throughout. I wasn't really losing anything. Towards maybe like 5 laps to go, I was getting a little more loose in the coming out of the corners, but I held on to it. And
Oh yeah, you held on to it just fine. Another top 3 finish for you. Congratulations.
thank you.
And another top 3 finish as well for Gen 50. He's good at that. And that's also your 12th top 5 finish of the season. We're keeping score here at home. 2 wins along with that and a great start to your playoffs. You lost a little bit of points to the Orange Bomber, but overall you had a great run and you still have him within your grasp. 2 more races. How you feeling about your chances?
That was my best of the short tracks of these playoffs, so all I can hope for is a miracle.
Uh-oh. How's the car feeling for Texas and Charlotte?
It's handling really well. It's just I need a little something coming out of the corners. A little doggy, I think.
You led some laps in this one at Las Vegas. If that caution didn't come out, I'm pretty sure you were the leader and you were going to be long gone. What was going through your mind when the yellow came out?
I knew I had to pit. I needed tires, so I knew I wasn't going to hold it, but I did what I had to, and lap traffic got me again.
Well, overall, you did a great job. Second place finish and a great start to your championship night.
Awesome, thank you.
On to the Orange Bomber. Well, yet again, 2 for 2 here tonight, and it's championship night, Orange Bomber. It's a good night to win races, and so far you've won 2 and 1 in the playoffs as well. One of which here, of course, at the Las Vegas dirt track. Tell us how your car was feeling out there. Tell us how you were able to drive through the traffic back to the front after that first caution.
Well, thank God I got a good qualifying time because I wanted some of that fresh air. These short tracks are like I said, they're my nemesis. If I can't get out front, it might not be good for me, but that caution kind of saved it for me because I got to do a little tire pressure adjustment and it seemed to hook a lot better after that.
Yeah, after the caution, you went from, I think it was the 3rd row up to the top 3 within just a couple of laps, and then before I knew it, you were on the outside of NASCAR Oof and then to the inside of Gen 50, I believe it was. It was a great battle for the lead. You came out on top and were able to drive away, and now you just said, yeah, these short tracks are not your strong suit, but yet we just saw you go out there and win this thing. Is it safe to say these other drivers should be a little worried for these last 2 races? How confident are you now after getting this one?
Texas is my worst track, so if there's any confidence for anybody, it's going to be at Texas, I feel. Texas is my worst.
All right, folks.
We'll see. Hopefully get a good qualifying finish.
You heard it from the Orange Bomber, folks. If he's going to have a bad one, it's going to be at Texas, and that's coming up next, folks, so we'll find out. Congratulations, though, on your win here at Vegas.
Thank you very much.
The Orange Bomber, folks, there's only one. There only can be. Driver of that number 67 dirt late model. And folks, it's been a pleasure. Las Vegas dirt track event. The Roulette 50 is in the history books. And we are out. Texas is up next. 2 more races tonight until we crown a 2020 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series champion. And we're getting closer and closer. From all of us here at NOSSCAR, we're saying so long, and we'll see you in just a couple of minutes, folks. Keep your eyes on the NOSSCAR YouTube channel.